Hello everybody. Today I thought I would do an unboxing video and an assembly video on the Hurricane 16-inch oscillating wall fan. This is the Super 8 variety from Hurricane. It comes in a box. Mine came wrapped in an extra plastic sheeting, so let's go ahead and remove that. Let everybody have a better view. The box, it's the Hurricane digital oscillating wall fan. It's 16-inch and it's a Super 8 variety. This is a phenomenal fan. One of the key features is the Super 8 function, where it has the ability to vary the wind speed as well as move in a figure 8 pattern. Instead of just side to side, it also will move up and down. That way you can move in a figure 8 pattern, creating random wind speeds across your canopy. When we open up the box, items in here. Go ahead and open it up. Got it all out here. See? The box over here. Some rubbish. The manual. A remote control, and the remote control is a very nice feature as well. It is used in situations like what I have, where my fan is at the back of my grow room, so I don't have to climb all the way back there to change the fan speed or adjust the settings. We have a motor. Grab some plastic. Go ahead and open it. Fan motor. As you can see, mine came with the nut already attached. We have the mounting bracket, which you'll see how to use and mount that in a subsequent video. I'm going to do a video on how to deinstall and reinstall this fan. We also have the fan blade assembly. Can't really see it there, but there's a fan blade assembly. As well as two shrouds. One back. Some rubbish. And one for the front. Set these out of the way for a second. Now the assembly of this is extremely simple. Hurricane really knocked it out of the park. This is a great fan. As I said, I'm a huge fan, no pun intended, of the fan. However, I did have the unfortunate instance where I had one fail, so I am going to replace it, so I had to order another one. I think I ordered it off of online. I believe I got it from Amazon. I'll put a link down in the bottom where I got it from. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. tatergreens@gmail.com. Also, if you like these videos, please feel free to subscribe and smash the like button, and I will continue to make more. Shoot me a note real quick if you want, anytime, and suggest content. I'm always looking for information as we get this channel up and running. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to take the nut off. Notice where you would normally go to tighten it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right is going to loosen it. So we're going to pull the fan off. Once you get that nut off, you go ahead and remove the inner nut, which is right here. So we have the outer nut, which holds the fan blade on, and the inner nut, which holds the shroud on. That one screws regular, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, but as I said, This one actually screws in reverse to hold the fan blade on. Next Next step, we put the back shroud on. There's a little handle on the back of it. Make sure you guys can see it. There's a little handle right here. That is going to go up. If ever you have to hold the fan, you can hold it from that angle. So you just lay it on here. And it sits right in place. There's a little key and a keeper that holds it right in place. You see it on there. Hold the motor so it sits like that. Fan so it sits up. Take the nut and screw it on. Screw it tight. Or snug is a better way to say it. Never over torque your plastic nuts because you'll break them. Then we have the fan blade assembly. We're going to go ahead and set that on. And if you can see here, see if I can hold it, the shaft here has a little metal keeper in it. Turn it a little bit so we can see it. So it's right here. This metal keeper, there's one that goes all the way through. And what that is, that's a pin that sticks through like this, so the fan blade slides over the top of it. And what that will do is allow the fan blade to turn without slipping. And notice the fan blade itself has a corresponding groove right here. Right there. So we go ahead and slide that over the top of it, making sure that it'll turn and it's in the shaft correctly. And then we put the top nut on. As we said, reverse thread, so lefty-loosey, righty-tighty is not normal, is the normal, so we want to go opposite of that to tighten it. And then Hurricane has a great assembly here where they have to attach the motor. So all you have to do, they got a little clip at the top, the bottom, slide it over it, take it over, so as we put the fan shroud on, notice the lettering is directional. So we'll line the lettering up, and there's a clip on the top, and you're going to put the clip over the shroud. We will work it around the two sides, and then at the bottom there's a clip and a screw that we have to attach. Let's go ahead and take that screw out. Set it aside. Attach the fan shroud. I'm a little fussy with mine, so I like to make sure that it's lined up top to bottom. However, you can do it whatever direction you like. And then just slowly, it's kind of fussy to get in here. Slide it over the top. Slowly work it in. Take your time, don't force it, because your fan will not be the right shape. So take your time. I can easily just force this in, but if we force it, that could cause it to become misshapen, damage the fan. It's up here. You need to reset. Go ahead and reset. Tedious part of the assembly. Just kind of work it around, back and forth. Make sure it's bent. There it is. Now we put the clip over it. Once we put the clip over it, we go ahead ahead and put the screw in. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down, grab the screw. You just take the screw, we're just going to reinsert it back in the clip. Right here. A little bit closer so you guys can see it. And with the clip in place, it locks everything in. One of the watch-outs, the hardest thing to do on these fans that I've ran into is obviously putting that shroud on, which some are easier than others. But if you find yourself having a difficult time, one thing I've ran into on one of these on a fan I assembled was this metal band, or the metal shroud, the plastic band that goes around it. It has two cups on it, like this. One fan shroud sits here, and the other fan shroud sits here. So they sit this far apart. What happens is the shroud itself, the inner shroud, can sit here, and in shipping, the plastic piece can shift. And when that shifts like that, it makes the top one very difficult to put on. So make sure that's all correctly in place. I had put this over the top of this piece of the shroud, this little wire, and it's guided in place. I like to center mine right on the handles, and then everything sits in place and everything looks correct. Hurricane fan, Super 8. I'll go ahead here in a minute and install it. And if you have any questions, refer to your user's manual.